Police Troop H, Dispatcher Ferrone.
Hi, Mr. Ferrone. Good afternoon. How are we doing over there today, sir?
Good, how are you?
Good. Thank you. Hey, I just got a quick procedural question. Troop H, state troopers over there. If there's a summons issued by a state trooper at any point throughout any given day of the week, is that trooper responsible for bringing that paperwork down to the courthouse where the individual is being summoned, or do you guys have like a specific trooper or department who brings paperwork from the troop specifically relating to summons to the courthouses every day during the week?
Let me double check on that. Who's
Okay.
calling?
I'm sorry?
Who are you? Who's calling?
I didn't give you my name. I'm just a citizen. I've got a court date coming up, and I'm trying to get my head around what's happening and why. That's all.
Okay, what's your first name?
Tim.
Tim?
Yep.
Hold on, Tim. I'll put you on hold for a sec.
Sure.
Hey, Tim?
Yes.
So all of the summons paperwork basically goes into a basket, and it's taken to the court.
Okay. Is that done daily or is that done weekly? Do you know, like, is that something like a trooper? There's paperwork in the basket for a courthouse. Trooper sees it, he grabs it out of the basket and brings it down to the courthouse on a regular basis.
Daily, right? Or I'll grab that and take it down. Or is there a schedule? It's pretty much what you said.
Okay, so he
They-
sees
court
something in the
officer comes
basket,
in
he
and sees
grabs
it, they'll
it.
grab it.
Okay, all right. And now a summons won't typically make it to that basket until a trooper finishes his report or whatever else needs to take place prior to entering that basket. Is that correct? You know, like
Yeah, summons wouldn't be issued until the trooper finishes all their paperwork.
Okay, great. And is there a procedural requirement for a trooper to complete his report and stuff within a certain window of time? I mean, would 2 weeks be considered to be an awful bit excessive to give an officer to finish a report and get a summons over to a courthouse?
Let me check on that for you. I'm not sure the exact time frame.
All right, I'll give you a little more information. The reason why I'm asking is because I have a court date coming up, or am I on hold right now? Yeah, I'm on hold. I gotta find out who's playing games with me down there. Who's playing games? Laurels? Oh, morals. Morals. This guy's going back.
Hi, sir, Trooper Cashman.
Yes, I was on hold. I'm being helped. Thank you.
Actually, you're not. That's why I'm speaking to you.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to figure out your question with
Yeah.
regards to the summons.
Yes. When a trooper issues a summons, you know, is there a
what?
is there
Motor vehicle or criminal?
criminal summons?
Okay.
Typically, you know, I would is 2 weeks the standard length of time that it would take for a trooper to, you know, fill out his report and complete that summons so that it gets brought to the courthouse in a timely manner, so that the individual.
If you can give me a little more background, I can direct you to the right answer.
All right. Well, here's the problem.
Like if you're saying, hey, I was issued a summons, I went to court, none of the paperwork is there, that's problematic.
Yeah, that's
right?
basically what's happened here. This isn't the first time. This is actually the second time. It's not that
Who's the trooper?
Well, hold on, don't jump the gun here. It's not that he's failed to get the summons there on the, you know, at the very last minute. It's always at the very last minute. It's never expeditiously. So basically, it's been 2 weeks since I was issued the summons, and I'm not even on the docket at the courthouse, right? And now what the state's going to do is waste all of my time and all of my money and resources, making me drive 90 miles to the other side of the state. Right? I'm going to lose all my work wages. My 5 children are going to suffer. My wife is going to suffer. I might even get T-boned by a drunk driver on my way there. And guess what? The court doesn't even have any paperwork about me yet. Right? And then, so I'm going to get in front of the state's attorney, and the state's attorney's...
Was it out of us?
Yeah, it was Troop H. It's badge number 683. Hold on, 684, 683. Hold on, let me check my paperwork.
Yeah.
I can't read his name. He signed it like a doctor.
All right, what's your last name?
My last name is Riley. It's
Reilly.
Reilly, and it's badge number 683. This was an incident.
Wait, what's your first name again?
My first name is Timothy, Timothy.
All right, we'll figure this out.
Yeah,
so what's your birthday?
6/13/82.
Hold on, 6/13/1982.
And between you and I, this is a false arrest, and this guy is in a lot of trouble. He's going up to federal court with me, and I'm going after his qualified immunity, which is really unfortunate because I begged him not to do this to himself. I begged him. But now, basically, the problem is I'm going to have all my time wasted. I'll have to talk to the state's attorney in the morning. The state's attorney's not going to know anything about the case. The minute they pick up that folder and call my name, that's the first minute they're going to know anything about what's going on, which means I'm not going to get to see a judge tomorrow, and I'm not going to be able to demand my dismissal in this case, that this case be dismissed. I'm not going to be able to do that. The state's attorney is going to tell me to come back, and it's going to be another 6 weeks, and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to let the state waste my time tomorrow, and I'm trying to figure out why the situation is handled this way. You know, is there something that's taking precedence over getting this paperwork over to the courthouse in a timely manner? Like, what is the problem? Why is there a breakdown somewhere in this?
Yeah, so it looks like all the paperwork and everything's done.
Right, so why hasn't it been over
there?
Right, why hasn't it been put in the basket and brought over there? I can guarantee it's going to end up in that basket first thing tomorrow morning, but it should have been in that basket 13, 14 other times throughout the 2 weeks that has gone by, and I should have been able to file my appearance in court already. I haven't been able to file my appearance in court, and this is obstructing my due process because there's a breakdown somewhere over there, and the paperwork's not making it over to the courthouse. So they won't let me file an appearance.
This shows, right, that this incident happened on November 4th?
Yep.
And that your court date is
tomorrow. Yep.
So I don't know what happens at court, but I'm going to say it's over there.
It's not. I've already talked to the court and confirmed that it's not. That's why I'm calling you today, and I gave you guys up until Friday afternoon to figure this out, and still the court has nothing, which is why if you go to the judicial website, I'm not even on a docket. I'm not even on a docket yet. They don't have an...
Yeah, I don't know. Let me go just check something real quick, but I don't...
you see how this is a problem, right? This is a serious problem because I said you can understand how this is a problem, right? Because I can't even...
I hear you.
I can't even file my appearance. I can't file my appearance or my motions or my motion to dismiss or anything that goes along with it because the paperwork isn't down at the courthouse yet.
Yeah. Let me just go check that court box real quick while I have you on the phone.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Just let me put you on.
Hey, take your time. Thank you so much for helping me.
All right, bye.
So they admit that they go to the courthouse daily and that the paperwork has been done. So if it's been done and they go there daily, how come it hasn't been brought to the courthouse? Because they want to waste my time. They want to waste my resources.
Hi, sir.
Yes. Myself.
Yeah, it is in the box for tomorrow. You are right.
Well, yes, you see, now there's a reason why I knew this would be this way, because it's happened before. I got to earn every last bit of it myself.
Hi, sir.
Yes.
Hi, sir.
Yes.
You should play the lotto.
Well, I'm smarter than that. I know the devil's not going to make me rich. If I'm going to get rich, I got to earn every last bit of it myself.
Yeah, it is in the box for tomorrow. You are right.
Well, yes, you see, now there's a reason why I knew this would be this way, because it's happened before, and I haven't actually addressed the problem the first time. So, hey, maybe it's partly my fault that this is going the way it is, because if I had the foresight to kind of prevent it from happening. Well, actually, you know what? I did attempt. I called you guys. I even tried to talk to a state's attorney about it. And the state's attorney was mad that the clerk connected me to the state's attorney's office. But I basically told them, I'm not coming down on Monday because you guys don't have your shit together. You're going to cost me hundreds of dollars and put my life at risk, and you don't even got your ducks in a row down there. What the hell am I showing up to court for? Now, basically, I want to know, like, is that officer, trooper, badge number 683, shield 683, is he personally responsible for getting that stuff delivered to the courthouse, or is it handled through a department of the troop that goes?
He's responsible.
He is? And has he been to and from that courthouse in the last 2 weeks? Like, how many times?
I have no idea. So he doesn't bring it personally. It gets put in a bin, and
right now the
road troopers will bring it over to
road troopers. Okay, all right. So he's responsible for getting it into the bin, and it's just sitting on his desk someplace. Now, this seems like standard operating procedure. This happened to me, relevant to an arrest out in Rockville involving another false arrest back in November of last year. And the very same thing then. They waited until the morning of. Right? They claimed they had a warrant the whole time. They didn't get that thing signed until the morning of my court date at 9:09 in the morning. I mean, so there's all sorts of legal and law violations and rights violations and something going on procedurally that's compounding the problems that I'm having here. And I don't want to go into federal court and make a big mess and make our police look like shit, my man. I want to make good stories about our cops, and I want to have a good relationship with our public servants. And it's very difficult to do that when there's things like this happening. So basically, maybe I can set up a date and time where I can come down and talk to you guys with the brass. I could bring coffee or steaks, and we could sit down and talk about, like, we got to stop this shit from happening. I could have filed an appearance 2 weeks ago or a week ago or 10 days ago and demanded a dismissal. The state's attorney's office would have their head around it. I would go in. They'd be like, yeah, no problem. I'm going to tell the judge that we're dismissing the charges and we're not pursuing and blah, blah, blah. Go home. That's what should be happening tomorrow, but it's not. It's going to be, I'm going to be harassed. I got problems with the marshals down there. I've been assaulted and battered and falsely arrested. I don't even feel safe going into the courthouse, right? And I've got you know what? Now that I got you on the horn, with that being said, because I've been requesting assistance for my safety and just for the situation, it's so volatile with the marshals that are involved. There's a huge conflict of interest with me even going into that courthouse. So one of the first things I'm going to do is file a motion for change of venue. But in the interim time, I've asked O'Donovan Murphy, the Chief Judicial Marshal, for assistance in providing my protection and safety and make sure that his marshals are under control because they're out of control. And he's given me radio silence. I've gotten no response. So I'm with you on the phone. It's just dawned on me, perhaps I can be accompanied by a state police officer tomorrow so that I can feel safe. That I know.
You can try that. I'm going to say that that's probably going to be slim to none, just because of the following: courthouse security is in the hands of the marshals, and we do not have.
I wouldn't ask that a state police officer interfere with the procedural requirements of the judicial marshals or anything. I'm not going to have him try to, supersede what they tell me I need to do or anything. I just want him there to be a witness, really, in case anything happens between these marshals and I have that state police officer there rolling body cam and watching what's going on and hearing what's going on, and I can utilize his presence as a means to defend myself from any sort of malicious prosecution.
Yeah, you could try tomorrow. You could try tomorrow morning. I'm going to say they're probably going to say no, just because we're so short-staffed and we do not have the manpower like we used to years ago.
Yeah, I understand.
We are hundreds of troopers short.
Yeah, I understand that. What do you guys feel about sheriffs? Do you think maybe bringing sheriffs back to Connecticut? If I got 50,000 signatures on a petition to become constitutional sheriff, would you guys be willing to have some sort of reciprocating relationship with me?
I don't know. So that was all prior to my youth. I do remember the sheriffs.
Yeah, they were disbanded in 2000, I think, under Roland, maybe 2001.
Yeah.
And we haven't had sheriffs in over 2 decades now, and I think they could be a very valuable asset, not only to state police barracks that are suffering, with lower numbers and perhaps even less funding. There could be a lot to be had in an allied partnership between the people who are getting themselves elected as constitutional sheriffs and our official law enforcement officers. We need to have a symbiotic relationship that's productive and positive for the people. I think we can help each other.
All right. So that paperwork will be there tomorrow.
All right, man.
All right, sir.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right. Good luck to you.
Bye.